Hello once again, everybody. Amadeus here once again with some more active aggression gameplay. Although, something a little bit of a twist. I'm going to be trying out doing this from the replay this time. So maybe I can talk a little bit more in depth. But anyways, we got a 2v2 here. I'm still going to be watching from our perspective. Got myself down here in the bottom right. US Army, as well as this other guy, this gentleman named Mont-Hawk, who's also US Army. And our opponents, we have level I, bunch of numbers, whatever his name is, who apparently looks like he had the bug where he got to start with a bunch of recons. And then we have Darth Marshall, who was US, so let's get on into it. Alright, so I went with a pretty standard opener. The standard build I've been doing a lot with the US is just 2 refineries, put some extra collectors on them, go for a barracks, take the bank, get a power plant, and get a light vehicle factory. The reason I've been doing that is, by doing that and having light vehicle factory, you don't necessarily have to go for a rush attack.
Building completed.
But what it allows you to do is have those vehicles ready, have those striker MGSs prepared in case you need to defend yourself against a rush attack, or if your opponent is trying to be a little bit more greedy, you yourself can go into your own rush attack to try and punish them for their early economic greed, so to speak. Alright, let's see. Recon vehicles going out. Looks like Mont-Hawk is doing pretty much the same thing. He's going for his bank, sending Marines, and he's also sending some Javelins. Very nice. And if I'm in this starting position, looks like I am putting Javelins in there, but since this replay, or since I played this match, I stopped doing that. I usually just put full Marines or full Phalons in the starting position, so it's far less likely. Alright, so here. This is, our opponents decided to go for recon unit rushes. And US Army, it's not very potent because the Humvees are very fragile and they don't do a whole lot of damage. But they can come in and harass my harvesters, but he didn't do a very good job of that. He instead kept on targeting structures, and he could have got this power plant. I don't think he ends up getting it. Does he? I think he does. Maybe not.
Base is under attack.
Yeah, okay, so he does, but at this point he should have left because he didn't stop these from building, but he ends up hanging out over here just a little bit. But the bunker finishes him off. But this is a good way to counter pretty much any rush. And over here, my ally, he's being rushed by the Chimera with their drones. But he had some javelin. He took all his guys out of the bank very intelligently and he was able to stop this. Also a bit of a micro mistake by this guy is he had out near one of the collector M993s, which for those of you who don't know, the collectors, whether or not they have resources in them, when they explode, they do explode catastrophically. Meaning that they have like a huge radius of effect and it deals a lot of damage, so you don't want to be near the little harvester vehicles if you're ambushing someone's economy, because that will destroy them. But on the flip side, if you are having your collectors being attacked by somebody else, driving your, micromanaging and grabbing your harvester and telling them to go right next to the enemies that are attacking them, that's a good way to try and push them back or even destroy them if the person doesn't know or is not paying attention. So after that, the game kind of settles back down into normal pace. I continue with my light vehicle bay, and I believe Mont-Hawk, yes, he's going to go for some medevac strikes. But yeah, for those of you who have encountered recon rushes similar to that, this is what I suggest. As US, you just stop everything else, cancel everything else you have in production, and drop bunkers in key positions to basically cover as much surface area around your base as possible. The bunkers will stop either Chimeras or the US Army's recon vehicles, no problem. And there I go with my classic running out of power. I swear, it wouldn't be a 2v2 game or a team game without me running out of power. And I swear that's about the only time that it happens to me. 1v1s, not so often. Anytime I'm playing with other people, I just run out of power like nobody's business. I always overlook it. Don't make my mistakes.
Building completed.
Yeah, I built the POW camp because, honestly, POWs, their income can be priceless. Especially as you start collecting more and more, the return that they give you over time, it's too hard to ignore. Mont-Hawk going for a little bit more of economic expansion. If I'm not mistaken, he's going to do a medevac assault, which honestly isn't too bad of an idea. There's a right and a wrong time to do it, and this was the right time to do it because our opponents, because they tried to invest in that early recon rush, they didn't really have much of an economy left. They're starting from behind. They're already at a disadvantage by us surviving it, so doing a medevac thing like this allows you to go around. Generally what you want to do is you go around to like refineries like this that are completely unguarded, drop a single marine off, capture it, fly to the next one, and just keep doing that because it's super effective. You get rid of their economy and put them further behind, and then you gain an advantage because you're going to gain a little bit of extra cash by selling those structures too. And here I am rolling out with my strikers. Bring down some payback for what they were trying to do to us. And definitely the player on my side. Those survey vehicles are no joke. They're expensive. And he deployed a lot of them. Yep, there we go. Mont-Hawk with his Blackhawk. Actually, you know what? We're going to call this the Mont-Hawk. For this session, so long as Mont-Hawk is the fire, this is the Mont-Hawk. All aboard the Mont-Hawk. Alright, so let's see. We got my strikers going in over here. This was our US player, I believe this was Darth Marshall.
Building completed.
And my goal here, and your goal, if you're playing a tactic like this, is you want to cripple the other player's economy. Your strikers don't have enough firepower in a small group like this to take down a refinery efficiently. What you want to do is blow up the harvesters, just like that. And you don't have to micro your strikers. If you let them auto-target, they will automatically prioritize the vehicles. And that goes for any of your units. Any of your units that have weapons, they will automatically prioritize enemy units over structures if you just let them open fire. So if you just right-click and move them through an enemy base, see, they'll automatically prioritize. I was not microing them other than their movement. Just another little tip that should help you guys when you're doing an attack like this. And this is all you want to do. I force targeted to take down the power plant, but otherwise I was just letting my strikers blow up all their vehicles. Because even though their refineries are still up, they now have to invest time and money into rebuilding that economy, and I'm destroying a bunch of resources that they otherwise would have gotten. So not only do you stall their economy by doing that, but you make them have to spend more money that they don't have probably to try and rebuild their economy, which is more money that's not going towards units. So after I dealt some significant damage to him, I believe Mont-Hawk... Where did Mont-Hawk go? Huh, I thought he captured some stuff. I think he did. Yeah, that's right. He ended up coming over here and he started attacking. He captured their barracks and deployed some infantry out of it, and then I believe he takes the headquarters, but I'm not 100% sure. Over here I got my strikers. I went to the other guy's base because I don't want his economy to get out of hand either. I saw Mont-Hawk was having trouble with his Blackhawks, and yeah, there you go. They pretty much knew it was over because, you know, they invested their money, and sorry about that. The game literally crashed as soon as the replay was over, so I got cut off. But anyways, it was pretty much over the moment that they failed their rush attack because they already invested a lot of money into that. So by us pushing it back without taking any significant damage and then going back to their base and blowing up their economy, there was nothing they could do. And so there we go. There was another little gameplay video of active aggression. My name is Amadeus. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.